quarter, the last quarter for this school year. So, malapit na tayong matapos. 4 na topics na lang, but I will make it short. Ito, compress natin. So, the last topic for this school year is the probability. So, it states here, probability, what are the chances? So, ano kaya yung relevance ng chances sa word na probability? So, let us find out. Okay, so first part, let us state the objectives. Ano yung ina-anticipate natin? So, ang malalaman natin dito is finding the sample space using tree diagrams and other methods. Also, ang pinaka-last part, the multiplication rule. And what is the relevance of this lesson? So, the relevance is learn various methods of finding out how many possible outcomes of a probability experiment are possible. And number 2, use this information to find probability. So, sa atin, akala natin hindi natin alam ang probability, but later on, you will realize, nagpapa-probability na pala ako. You're doing the probability procedures na pala in your daily living. On probability models, we use simulation to imitate chance behavior. Fortunately, we don't have to always rely on simulations to determine the probability of a particular outcome. So, a probability model is a description of some chance process that consists of 2 parts, a list of all possible outcomes and the probability of each outcome. The list of all possible outcomes is called the sample space. A sample space can be very simple or very complex. So, when we say sample space, ito lahat ay yung pwedeng mangyari. Yung alam nating pwedeng mangyari. Okay? So, in here, we have here the probability model of 2 dice. So, alam ko naman familiar kayo sa dice. Ginagamit natin yan. Yung sa mga snake and ladder, Scrabble, yan, nagda-dice tayo dyan. Or simply, naglalaro lang tayo ng simpleng dice. So, ang dice natin, naroon yung 6 faces. Meron siya 6 na tabi, tapos may mga dots, no? Ang unang face, syempre, may isang dot. Ang bilang natin dun ay 1. Yung pangalawa naman ay 2 dots. So, ang bilang natin dun ay 2. Hanggang sa may 6 na dots. And that is number 6 face of the die. Okay, in this sample, in this probability models, we have 2 dice. 2 pair of dice. So, pag nag-roll tayo, pag ni-roll natin, naglaro tayo ng dice, halimbawa ay pataasan. Pataasan tayo ng die, pataasan tayo gamit ang dice para siya yung unang titira. Yun ang usual nating game. So, what are the possible or what are the sample space that you can get out of rolling a pair of die? So, meron tayong 1-1, 2-1, 3-1, 4-1, 5-1, 6-1, hanggang sa marating natin yung 6-6. So, ito na yung pinakamataas nating score na pwedeng mangyari when you roll a die. Yung 12. So, ito yung tinatawag natin sample space. So, ang total number of sample space natin is 36 outcomes. Kasi yung ating first die, meron tayong 6 faces times yung another die na meron ding 6 faces. And that's why we have 36 outcomes. Sabi rin dito, since the dice are pair, ibig sabihin walang daya, each outcome is equally likely. Each outcome has probability of 1/36. So, lahat ng ito ay pwedeng mangyari isang beses lang. Pwedeng lumabas ng isang beses. Maalin dyan. And the probability of getting this event is 1/36. So, yung 36, ito yung total outcome. Ito yung 1, ito yung nangyari sa'yo when you roll a die. Okay, moving on, we have here the definition of terms, yung mga na-encounter natin kanina. Before we go deeper, let us define first the terms that we need to know. First is outcome. So, a particular result of an experiment. So, yung sinasabi natin kanina, yung 1/36, yung 1 yung outcome natin. Ano yung particular result of an experiment? Then the event, any subset of all outcomes. No? So, ano yung event na iyon? And then the sample space, ito yung lahat, the set of all possible outcomes. So, lahat ng posibleng mangyari. Gaya kanina, meron tayong 36 sample space or 36 outcomes when you roll a die. All outcomes must be represented. Can be find by listing, by tree diagram, or by grid. Pag listing, ililista natin ang possible outcomes. Just like yung kanina sa probability model, inilista natin through illustration. For tree diagram, mamaya titingnan natin to kung ano itong tree diagram na to. While ang grid naman, ito ay parang table. Okay, here naman we have an example of a deck of cards. So sa deck of cards or baraha in Tagalog, meron tayong 4 na uri ng baraha. Meron tayong spade, may heart, may diamond, meron tayong club. So, example here is list the sample space for drawing one card from a deck of cards. When you say drawing, ang drawing dito hindi yung pagguguhit ha. Ang drawing ay yung pagkuha, pagdraw, pagbunot ng one card from a deck of cards. So, ano kaya ang posibleng mabunot mo? Ang sabi natin dito, ilagay lahat muna ang posible na makukuha mo sa deck of cards. So, syempre, meron tayo diyang pwedeng ang pagbunot mo, ang makuha mo ay club. Itong parang flower na to, na may nakasulat na number 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, jack, queen, king, or ace. Or diamond, or heart, or spade. So, ito yung mga lahat ng posibleng mangyari. At ano yung sample space natin? 52 outcomes. Meron tayong 52 outcomes. Dahil ang isang deck of cards of club ay meron tayo ditong 13 possible outcomes, 2 hanggang ace. Eh, 4 sila. Yung isang set ng baraha. Di ba pag naglaro naman tayo, hindi pwedeng club lang. Kompleto siya, di ba? Yung sa isang kahon ng baraha. So, ilan ang possible outcomes natin doon? Meron tayong 52 outcomes. Kasi 13 times 4 is 52 outcomes. And then also, let us, yung gaya na ginawa natin kanina, find the sample space for rolling a die, 2 pair dice. So, yung kanina nasagutan naman natin, ano yung dice? So, meron tayo doong 36 outcomes. So, kung isang die lang, ay 6 lang. Kung dalawa, ay di 36 na, ano? Gaya na sample natin kanina sa probability model. So, moving on in this example, find the sample space of the gender of children if a family has 3 children. So, kung meron daw 3 anak, ano-ano ang mga possible gender nila? So, let us now use the tree diagram. So, before we use or to illustrate what is tree diagram, let us first define what is tree diagram. So, a tree diagram is a device used to list all possibilities in a systematic way. So, when you say systematic, so meron na tayo ditong pattern. So, each branch lists the choices. And then, using the same example in listing method, we have to find out what will be the gender of the 3 children. Remember that we had 8 outcomes in listing method. So, if you will use tree diagram, you should also have 8 outcomes. Kasi itong tree diagram na to, at saka yung listing method, same dapat ang maging result kahit sila ay magkaiba ng method. Ano? So, let us see. So, using the tree diagram of 3 children, gender, So, sabi natin kanina, yung problem natin, if the parents have 3 children, what will be the sequence of their gender? So, itong start na to, ito yung si parent. So, nanganak daw yung na mommy. So, ano yung possible na anak? So, wala namang ibang gender tayo, kundi boy and a girl. So, ngayon, ang hinahanap natin ay yung sequence ng tatlong magkakapatid. So, kung ang panganay mo ay si kuya, pwedeng ang pangalawang kapatid ay si kuya at si ate. Ganun ulit, kasi dalawa lang naman ang choices ng gender natin. Regardless muna natin yung mga LGBT. Hindi muna siya kasali sa choices, kasi in reality, boy and girl lang naman talaga ang ating gender. So, kung ang pangalawang kapatid natin ay si boy, sino si bunso? It's a boy or a girl. Yan. So, sunod dito, kung ang panganay natin ay si boy, pwedeng ang ating pangalawang kapatid ay si ate or yung girl. At ang bunso ay boy or girl ulit. So, same with this part or these branches. Kung ang panganay natin ay si ate o yung girl, pwedeng ang pangalawang kapatid ay boy, pwede rin ng girl. Ngayon, kung ang pangalawang kapatid mo ay si boy, sino si bunso? Pwede ring boy, pwedeng girl. Kung ang pangalawang kapatid mo ay girl, pwedeng ang bunso ay si boy at si girl. So, ang tanong natin, ang hinahanap natin at the same time, dapat pareho sila ng outcome. Okay? What are the sample spaces? Ilan? Meron tayong 8 outcomes. So, dito ba sa 3 diagram, sabi natin, even if we use different methods, we should come up with the same number of outcomes. So, bilangin natin. So, itong layer na to, ito at saka ito yung ating first option. 3 boys ang anak ng mommy at daddy. Pwede boy, girl. Okay? So, dalawa na yon. Boy, girl, boy. Boy, girl, girl. So, 4 na. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then, kung ang pangalan mo ay girl, boy, and boy. So, 5. Girl, boy, girl. 6. Girl, girl, boy. 7. Girl, girl, and girl. 8. So, kanina, listing method. Ngayon, 3 diagram method of showing the gender of the 3 children. Parehong 8 outcomes ang lumabas sa ating diagram and listing method. So, we have here displayed the sample space using a 3 diagram if a coin is tossed. Ang toast ay pinitik gamit ang daliri, ang hinlalaki natin. Para nagkarakrus ka, karakrus. And a die is rolled. Yan. Tapos nagpagulong ka naman ng isang die. So, ano-ano ang ating sample space? So, una, ang coin natin, ano lang ba ang posibleng lumabas pagka tayo ay nagkarakrus? Is it a tail, yung likod, or a head, yung may mukha? Sa die naman, kaya na sinabi natin kanina, since it is a die, ibig sabihin, isa lang, isang dice. Ang singular ng dice ay die, no? So, hindi ka magpapagulong ng patay dito. Ang pagugulong mo rito ay die. Yung may 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 na dots. So, pag sabay mo siyang ginawa, nag-toss ka ng coin and then you roll the die simultaneously, what will be the possible sample space? How many outcomes are we going to have? Yan. So, since ang ating coin ay may 2 lamang possible outcomes, so siya nilagay natin dito. Okay? So, kung nag-toss ka ng coin at lumabas ay head, nag-roll ka ng die, pwedeng ang lumabas sa kanya ay 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Same with the tail or yung likod. Yung, di ba, nagkara-krus tayo, ang kara, may mukha, ang krus yung likuran. So, yung krus yung tail. So, pwede rin lumabas pag nag-roll ka ng die after tossing a coin, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 din. Ito ay pareho itong die na pinagilong natin, ito ay parehong coin na tinos natin. So, if you're going to toss a coin and roll a die, we can come up into 12 outcomes. May 12 tayong outcomes, possible outcomes, and these are the sample spaces. Ano yung sample spaces? Head 1, head 2, head 3, head 4, head 5, head 6, tail 1, tail 2, tail 3, tail 4, tail 5, tail 6. Ito yung ating sample space. Ilan lahat sila? We have 12 outcomes. Okay po. Ano yung event? The coin toss and die a roll. You rolled a die. Okay? Ulitin natin. Ano tong coin toss and die rolled? Ito yung ating event. Ito yung ginawa natin. Tapos, ang outcomes natin, meron tayong 12. So, ano yung mga 12 outcomes natin? Ito yung ating sample space. Head and 1, head and 2, head and 3, head and 4, head and 5, head and 6, tail 1, tail 2, tail 3, tail 4, tail 5, and tail 6. Okay po. Next, draw a tree diagram if you toss 1 coin and spin a 4-section spinner. So, alam na natin yung coin, yun yung barya, yung piso, 5 piso o 10 piso, alin man ang gusto nyong gawin doon. While the 4-section spinner, itong tinatawag natin sa Tagalog ay roleta. Ano roleta? 4 lang yung hati niya. So, ano daw ang possible sample space nito? So, again, ang i-display natin from the start, yung ating possible sample space ng ating coin, head and tail. So, kapag ka nag-spin ka ng spinner, pwedeng lumabas ay 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? Pag nag-toss ka ng coin, pwedeng head ang lumabas. Well, the tail, ganun din. Pwedeng lumabas din kasi parehas lang naman yung ating die na gagamitin, ng spinner na gagamitin. So, pwedeng lumabas ay 1, 2, 3, or 4 sa spinner natin. So, again, ano ang ating event? You toss a coin and you spin a 4-section spinner. Ilan ng outcomes? 8. So, ano ang sample space? Dapat 8 siya. Sabi niya, 8 kasi ang outcomes natin. So, the sample space are head 1, head 2, head 3, head 4, tail 1, tail 2, tail 3, and tail 4. Tapos, malapit na tayo matapos. So, example natin dito, you have a lunch menu as a choice of the following. 1 from each category. So, binigyan ka ng menu at sa meat, isa lang ang pipiliin mo. Sa starch, isa lang din ang pipiliin mong bilhin. Sa drink, ganun din. So, ano ba yung starch? Ibig sabihin pa ito yung carbohydrates natin. Okay, list all the possible combinations. So, ito yung event. You are going to choose from the menu 1 from each category. So, that's the event. So, how many outcomes and what are the possible sample space? So, yan. So, if you are given a chance to choose from the menu, ang ating meat ay may hamburger, may hotdog and chicken, and then meron tayong starch na french fries and baked potato. And then our drinks naman, ang choice naman natin dyan ay meron tayong Coke and tea. So, meron tayo dito ng sagot. Nakita natin yung sagot natin, 12 outcomes. So, nasan yung 12 outcomes na yon? Ano yung mga sample spaces na yon? So, the event in this example is choosing your combination of food from the given menu. No? Yun ang ating event. Ano-ano yung mga possible sample spaces at ilan na outcomes. So, dito, meron tayong 12 outcomes. Ano ang sample spaces natin? So, sabi, pag bumili ka ng hamburger, pwedeng ang iyong starch ay french fries at ang drinks mo ay Coke. So, meron tayong isang combination. Hamburger, french fries, or tea. Pangalawang combination. Hamburger, baked potato, and Coke. Pangatlo. Hamburger, baked potato, and tea. Sila na, 4. So, sa isang meat natin, nagkaroon tayo ng combination na 4. Eh, ilan ba yung ino-offer natin na meat? 3, di ba? 1, 2, 3. So, kung sa isa may 4 kang offer, ganun din doon sa dalawa. So, 4 times 3 is 12. So, ang sample spaces natin, yung hamburger, french fries Coke, hamburger, french fries tea, hamburger, baked potato and Coke, hamburger and baked potato and tea, etc. So, pag binilang natin lahat yan, yun ang ating outcomes. Ilan? 12 or 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So, ano yung event? Finding the combination of food from the given menu or lunch meal from the given menu. Yun ang ating event. Okay, dito naman sa problem natin na ito. This will be the second to the last slide for this day. Okay? Sabi dito, Sue and Tom play in a tournament. The first person to win 2 out of 3 games is the winner. Find all the possible outcomes. So, kung si Sue ay magkasunod na nanalo, tapos na ang laban. Pero kung si Sue, tapos ay nanalo si Tom, laban pa ulit. Nakuha? First person wins 2 out of 3 games. Siya daw yung winner. So, what are the possible outcomes? So, let's start with si Sue muna. Pag si Sue nanalo, pwedeng manalo si Sue, pwedeng manalo si Tom. Pero pag nanalo na si Sue, game over na. So, that will be the first outcome. Kung si Sue ay Sue versus Tom, nanalo si Tom, laban pa ulit. At kung sa susunod na game ay nanalo si Sue, so dalawa na yung Sue natin, and then that's game over. So, that will be the second arrangement or second combination natin. Sue plus Sue, game over. Sue, then Tom, and then Sue. Game over kasi dalawa na rin yung Sue. Kapag si Sue natalo ni Tom at sa pangatlong game ay nanalo ulit si Tom, game over na din kasi dalawa na yung Tom. So that will be the third combination natin. Next, kung naglaban si Sue at saka si Tom at nanalo si Sue kay Tom, at nanalo pa ulit siya on the third time, so panalo si Sue. So, pwedeng Tom, Sue, and Sue. Pwedeng si Tom, laban sila ni Sue, nanalo si Tom, game over na. Okay? So, ito yung ating first, ito yung ating mga characters. Sila yung magkatunggali sa tournament. Nanalo, kung nanalo si Sue, sa pangalawa ay nanalo ulit si Sue, game over na. Pero kung nanalo si Tom, isa pa ulit laro. Same with Tom. Kung sa unang laro nanalo si Tom, ito yung start ng game natin eh. Kung nanalo si Tom, at sa pangalawang laro ay nanalo si Sue, laro pa ulit. Pero kung si Tom, nanalo sa first game at nanalo siya ulit sa second game, then it's game over. Same with Sue. So, ilan lahat ng possible outcomes natin? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 possible sample space. So, we have 6 possible outcomes. So, meron tayong 3 game or meron tayong 2 players times 3 games is equal to